Today's goal was focused on really kind of sharing insights. There was a lot of useful dialogue, a lot of interesting debates. I think there could be more that we could do to share as people in industry, and oftentimes the barriers are brought about by being separate organizations and everybody wanting to protect, I guess, their own IP. But there are certain common challenges that everybody goes through, and through these types of sessions, I think people learn a lot more in a very short space of time.
New technologies or network, where we are, what are we doing, understanding what is your underlay and the layer that it's actually transporting all your data to and fro from you. The audience that was present was very aware of security and the need for security. I think there was a bit of a non-awareness on a network and how they would be able to ensure that they have a secure network to be able to be coupled with all the security that they're currently giving.
The great part here is that when we as a community of organizations come together, there are a lot of things we can learn from each other. And definitely it's something which sparks the thoughts, which we probably would not be able to do in our routine life. And also understanding the landscape of the country. How do we make learning around the security more interesting? How do we bring the human aspect to the learning, and learning is much more accepted by the end user? I think it's the appreciation of the impact of not doing it. If someone understands, if we don't do it, what will we lose? It drives the purpose and the intention to handle it and to work to guard it.
We talked a lot about relationship management when you have multiple vendors in your technology stack, and whether SLAs are the most effective way to actually manage your tech stack and multiple vendors in the environment. SLAs are absolutely warranted and needed, but I think where you have relationships with your service providers or your product providers that see themselves as an actual partner as opposed to a vendor relationship, you have a better chance of getting the outcomes that you both need. We are in an accelerated pace of digitization, not only to modernize our environments, but also because that's what our clients demand. And a consequence of that demand being at a peak at the moment, it's making sure that our clients can interact with us as a bank in a secure manner where they can trust that every transaction, every interaction with us does not jeopardize their value. You build a mousetrap today, the mouse just gets smarter. So you have to consistently and continuously evolve, never sort of rest on your laurels, educate your environment on the dangers that cyber risk pertains for any organization.
So there was an interesting conversation around care of cyber responsibility and what is our onus as companies as well as consumers. I think it has to be from top to bottom, everyone almost built into KPI. One of the conversations today was around if training is not completed to remove access from the network. And I think almost to go to that level, from people that have privileged access to everyone in the organization to understand what security actually means, and it's not just an IT function. Security is top of mind for all of us, especially being in a data exchange. I think that the concept of zero trust and what other people are doing, also from a cyber awareness perspective, and then just from that vendor management, best of breed, best of suite discussion was very good, and it was good to learn from colleagues around the table.